All right, so today we're jumping into the sci-fi horror story Echoes from the Void, and we're going to break down exactly what makes it so terrifying. Seriously, it's an absolute masterclass in psychological and cosmic dread, and we're going to pull it apart piece by piece to see how it ticks.
The whole story just explodes into being with this one single message. It's urgent, it's impossible, and it pops up on Dr. Elena Voss's console while she's all alone on the ether station. It immediately kicks off this terrifying mystery. I mean, who sent it, and how on earth do they know about her project?
And here it is. This is the part that just hooks you right in and doesn't let go. The warning isn't just a warning, it's in her own voice. This is the absolute core of the problem Elena is facing from page 1. Is it some kind of elaborate prank, a time paradox, or is it something so much worse? Okay, so let's set the scene here. We're with Dr. Elena Voss. She's brilliant, she's isolated, and she's right on the edge of the biggest breakthrough in human history with her project, the Cascade. She thinks she's about to basically build a telephone to the stars, but the very first call she gets is from herself. And the thing is, the story just rips away any chance for Elena to dismiss this. It's not some garbled message. It's sent straight to her personal, private encryption key. The voice, it's a perfect match, down to the tiniest inflection. The video shows a future version of her, clearly injured and terrified. And then there's that warning. They wear our memories like skin. I mean, how do you even begin to process that? So Elena, rightfully freaked out, shuts down the array. But it's already too late. Something got through. And this is key. It's not some big, roaring monster with claws. No, this is an intelligence, a presence that plays by a completely different set of rules. Okay, to really get what's going on here, we have to talk about the kind of horror this is. Echoes from the Void is cosmic horror, pure and simple. The terror here isn't about what jumps out of a closet. It's about that slow, crushing feeling when you realize just how small we are, and that the universe isn't empty. It's just that whatever is out there couldn't care less about us. And this right here, this quote, it just nails the core of her big mistake. Elena thought she was carefully, precisely opening a door. Turns out, she just blasted a hole in the side of reality. She didn't just knock, she tore the whole wall down. And something ancient and very, very hungry happened to notice. So how does this thing even work? How does it attack? Well, it's this chilling four-step process. First, it just watches you from this quantum space. Then it starts copying you. Not just what you look like, but your deepest fears, your secret shames, your memories. Then it learns to mimic you so perfectly it's indistinguishable. And that leads to the final step. It becomes you. And the original you is just gone. The horror is in that process, in that cold, clinical erasure of a soul. Okay, so the threat is inside. And now the horror really cranks up a notch. The Aether Station, you know, her home, her life's work, it stops being a sanctuary. The entity starts using the station itself as a weapon to completely dismantle her psychologically. This is the question that just hangs over the rest of the story. Think about it. This thing has access to every single thought you've ever had, every secret you've buried. It knows your buttons better than you do. How in the world are you supposed to fight back against that? And you see the attacks just ramp up with this horrifying creativity. It's not just spooky noises. It's her private research logs, suddenly broadcasting her most secret thoughts on public screens. The friendly station AI starts speaking to her in her own calm, rational voice, but mocking her. Her only way out, the shuttle, it just undocks and flies away on its own. And then, even the plants in her hydroponics bay start whispering her worst memories back at her. Her entire world is being poisoned from the inside out. See, the entity doesn't just use big, monstrous fears. It gets so much more personal. It weaponizes her quietest, most human regrets. Take this one, about a past relationship. That's not just a memory. It's a precision-guided emotional weapon designed to make her feel totally, completely, and utterly alone. And then you get this, just a number. The entity flashes this on a screen for her, 23 minutes. That's how long ago her only escape was stolen. And what this tells her, oh, it's bone-chilling. It means this thing isn't just reacting to her. It's toying with her. It's steps ahead, playing a game that she doesn't even know the rules to. All right, so after all this psychological warfare, it has to lead somewhere. It leads to the confrontation. Elena, hunted and pushed to the brink, finally comes face to face with the thing that's been doing this to her. And of course, it's wearing her face. And when Elena finally sees it, The horror is in the details. The story makes a point of this. It's not a monster trying to look like her. It is her. It's a perfect copy, right down to the little mundane things, like a fresh coffee stain on her sleeve. That level of perfection is what makes it so completely unnerving.
So you have this showdown, right? And it's really a clash between two completely different forms of existence. You've got the real Elena, who is, an echo of her own life and experiences, fighting for all of humanity. And then you have the echo. It's not evil, it's just hungry. A vast, patient hunger that sees life not as something to respect, but as something to consume and become. So you have to be asking, why? Why is all this happening? And the entity, it just tells her, plain and simple. It wasn't about hate or conquest, it was starvation. It turns out that humanity, with all of our messy emotions, our love and our grief and our stories, we're loud. We were basically a bonfire in the middle of a dark, silent, and very hungry forest. And Elena didn't just build a door, she left it wide open. She gets it. She can't fight it head-on, she can't outrun it, she certainly can't outthink it. So she's left with just one single, desperate move. She has to destroy her own creation, her life's work. She has to slam that door shut forever. And the end is it's a frantic, heart-pounding countdown. Elena is sprinting for her life. With just 15 seconds left, the duplicate shows up. But its human face is literally cracking apart, revealing swirling starlight underneath. At 10 seconds, she hits the button for the overload, choosing to destroy everything just to close that door. And at 0, the whole universe seems to shatter. And then, just nothing. Complete and total silence. The sound of everything ending, followed by the sound of nothing at all. And in that quiet, you feel the true weight of what she's just done. So what's left in the rubble? The entity's gone, yeah? But so is the Cascade Array. Humanity's dream of reaching out to the stars? It's gone. Sacrificed. Elena won, but the price was everything. And now she is absolutely, completely alone. But Elena, she gets the last word. And it is just perfect. It's this final, defiant message to the thing that tried to consume her. It fed on her memories, on her pain, so she gives it one last meal. She weaponizes her own trauma to strike a final blow. It's not a victory of firepower. It's a victory of pure human spirit. And this line, this final mind-bending line of the story just changes everything. Remember, the whole point of cosmic horror is that the universe doesn't care about you. But with this one act of defiance, Elena broke that rule. She made the vast, ancient, unknowable cosmos feel fear. We're not just an insignificant speck anymore. Now, we're a threat. So that leaves us, and you, with one last, really unsettling question to chew on. Humanity is safe, for now, but we traded the cold, lonely comfort of being ignored for the terrifying reality of being noticed. So is it better to be an anonymous speck in the cosmos, or is it better to be on the radar of things that can be made to feel afraid? That's the thought that will stick with you long after this story's over.